Happy Wednesday. Today we are on lesson 26, day 3, and we're going to be discussing subtracting on the number line. So we've talked a lot about how adding on the number line can be easier, so today's going to be a challenge day for us, but I know you are up for the challenge. Here is the first slide.
All right, so Lucas is 49 inches tall. His little sister is 27 inches tall. Use the number line to find how much taller Lucas is than his sister. So, what do you think? Do you think we need to...
Well, I think we know where we can start, right?
Yeah.
I think we know how tall Lucas is. How tall is he?
49.
Okay, so 49. This is where we would start, right?
And where do we need to end?
And we know how tall his little sister is, and because she's 27 inches, so 25, 26, 27. I know that we could end here, right?
Right.
So now could we just hop backwards and count our hops?
Sure, or technically we could count forward too, because we knew. So either way works.
Well,
I think it's easier if we
count up
to 49. Yep. So let's start at 27, go to our next 10, which would be 30. So that's 3. Then let's start at 30 to 40. Yep. Which would be another 10. And then 40, probably 45 if I was doing it. Another 5. And then from 45 to 49 is another 4. So then I would add up my little numbers. So 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. What's 12 plus 10?
22.
22. And we know we are doing inches, so our answer is 22 inches taller. So Lucas is 22 inches taller than his little sister.
Okay, 22 inches would be my
Okay. So now we're just going to look at how we could have solved this, right? This was one way to solve it. And so now we're just going to quickly look at some different ways we could have solved it.
Okay, so one of the different ways that we could have solved it is by drawing the lines that we discussed in the previous lessons. You could have drawn one red line or one long line to represent how tall Lucas was. So we know that he started at 0 before he was ever even grown at all, and right now he ended at 49. The blue line, the second line, can show how long the sister is. She started at 0 and has now grown to be 27 inches tall. The space in between, or the green line, shows the part we don't know, and that's the question. How much taller is Lucas than his sister?
Right.
If we find the difference between the ending of this line and the ending of the red line, that's going to equal the green line. So that's another way. That shows the hops that we took. It also represents the difference between the brother and the sister.
So this one is the number line too, except for instead of adding up, they went back down, right? So we know this is another strategy we can use. So here they started at that 49, right? And then they jumped 20 backwards, right, to get them to 29. Okay, we have to know our subtraction there. And then they did another 2 backwards, which got them to the 27, which is where his little sister started.
Now, would we have done it this way?
I don't think so, because I think it's a lot harder. But again, if you want to challenge yourself and try it, I would probably do both if I was going to do
check your work way, for sure.
Yep, definitely. All right.
Let's compare. Look at the models on the previous page. Write a subtraction equation that shows the problem.
Okay.
So we want to know what the subtraction problem was for this, right?
Right.
So tell me, did we know the big number?
Yep, 49.
49 was how tall Lucas was.
Mhm.
Did we know the number of hops?
We did, 27. Oh, no, not the number of hops. We knew how tall his sister was, though.
So that's where we landed, right?
Right.
So the number of hops is the question mark, but we don't know, but we did know where to land because that's how tall the sister was. So how tall is the sister?
27.
Okay. So the part that we had to figure out was the question mark, which equals the hops.
Right.
Okay.
So now how do the line segments above the line in the first modelet show the heights of Lucas and his sister? So remember we looked at the different colors, right? So the red one was Lucas's. So we went from 0, always starting at 0, to 49. Okay, so we know that the first line was from 0, or the red line, Lucas's, from 0 to 49. And then the second line was his little sister's, and it went from 0 to 27, right? Or green, I don't remember what color. It was blue, right? And then the green was the unknown, but we don't even need to tell that because the problem didn't ask it.
Okay, and then the answer. How much taller is Lucas than his sister? Well, what were our hops? Our hops were 22. So how much taller?
22 inches. All right, so let's look at a new problem. Tino's plant is 47 centimeters tall. Nala's plant is 9 fewer centimeters tall than Tino's plant. How tall is Nala's plant? Use the number line to solve. So what's the number we know for sure?
47.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I would just, there's a couple of ways. We could go to 9 and then count up and find the missing number, or we could challenge ourselves and count backwards 9. I think that's going to be faster because
Okay.
9 is not a very big number, right?
9 is not a very big number, you're right.
Okay, so I know if I'm on 47 and I go to 40, I've already hopped 7, right? I subtracted 7.
Yep.
Now I know I need to just get to 9, so I'm just going to go 8, 9. That was 2. So
Yep.
if I add those 2 plus 7, that equals 9. I went backwards 9. What did I land on right here? Well, 40, not, 39, 38. That's where you have to be careful. But I could also say 35, 36, 37, 38 if I wanted, okay? So how many centimeters tall is Nala's plant?
38.
38 centimeters.
Nice job.
Okay. Dawn uses wire to hang up birdhouses. Her first piece of wire is 11 inches longer than her second piece of wire. Her first piece of wire is 36 inches. How long is Dawn's second piece of wire? Show your work, use the number line. Okay, so we know how long her first piece of wire is, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long did the problem say it was?
So our first piece is 36 inches.
Okay, so I know that if I draw a line from 0 to 36, this is her first piece of wire, right?
Yes.
Do I know how big her second piece of wire is?
No, we know it's 11 inches longer than our first piece, but we don't know for sure, do we?
No, her first piece of wire is 11 inches longer than her second piece, right?
Yes.
So what I would do here, I think, is I would draw another line, sorry, to 11.
Yeah.
And this is what I have to subtract, right? Now, I think I would then just use standard algorithm, 36 minus 11, to find the difference.
Yes.
Am I still using the number line to help me figure out the equation?
Yes, you are.
I am. So 6 minus 1 is 5. 3 minus 1 is 2.
2.
The answer is 25 inches. That's how big the second piece of wire is.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right, so explain how you would use subtraction on a number line to solve this problem. So Gary brings juice boxes for his class. The class drinks 19 juice boxes. Then there are 8 juice boxes left. How many juice boxes did Gary bring? Oh,
Do we know the big number?
we know the big number,
No, we don't know the big number.
but we don't because we don't know how many he started with. You're right.
But
So
we know
don't
the two
that.
parts, right?
Yeah. So we know
So
19 and we know 8, but we don't know what it equals. And remember, lots of different ways we can write that, depending on if we're adding or subtracting how we want to solve our equation.
I did an addition and a subtraction equation, right?
Yep.
So how would you use the number line to solve it then?
So to use a number line, we would have to start at 19, right? 0 to 19. So start at 19, and then we're going to add 8 more. So I would probably go 19 to 20, gets me 1. Then 20 to yes, I have to think about it. In words, it's a little bit harder, right, than when you write it out. So he brought 27 juice boxes for his class. Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay, our last one. Which difference is shown on the number line? Okay, so let's look at this number line first before we look at any answers, okay?
Right.
How long is the line? The big line.
The big line looks like 36.
Okay. How long is this smaller line?
The smaller line looks like 12.
12. And we want to find out the difference, right? From here
What does difference
here
mean to do?
to figure out this missing part, I think. Do you agree?
Yes.
So I know that I'm on 12 and I end on 36. I want to figure out the difference. I'm going to go to the next 20. That's 8 because I know my number pairs. And then I'm going to go to 30. That's 10. And then I'm going to go to 36. Oh, whoops. Sorry. 36, which is 6. So now I add, right?
Yep. So 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 10 is 24.
Okay.
Do we know all our numbers?
Yes, we know 36, 12, and 24, right? The big number.
Right.
12 and 24. So here's our number bond, right? We know it. Now we should be able to figure out this answer pretty easily.
Yep. And we can do process of elimination, right?
Is 48 one of our numbers?
Nope. So it's gone.
Is 26 or 10 one of our numbers?
Nope. So it's gone.
36 minus 12 equals 24. Is that one?
Yep. Those are all 3 numbers.
24 minus, can we do that?
Nope.
Not a fact family. Okay. All right, so today you're going to be doing page 631 and 632. You just want to really pay attention to what the words in the problem are telling you to do. What number are you starting at? How many hops backwards or forwards are you going to take, okay? Don't let the subtraction part fool you. You can do this.
And remember, check your work. It's fine to do a standard algorithm and check your work and make sure your hops are right. Use what you know. You got this.
You got it. That's it for today. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.